Hi everyone, Kinfinity here, and these top six remakes. Footloose, Footloose. Go ahead and dive in to this moody, at first, awesome teenage young man moving into this small town. Now after the dancing, man, only from these cars. Worst accident. Oh, the worst, young man. Son of a pastor, rest for always, ever in peace. So, no more dancing, of course, because they were dancing right before the worst car crash. So now this amazing young man moves into town where the late night movie, dude, still drive in, and only way you could cut anything with new beats so they can only dance this late. The parents not knowing. Yeah, because this was the son of the local pastor who passed away, you see. Believable. And of course, just protecting his daughter, man, with D, just irresputed, even worse than the first movie. Unbelievable. Shut up! High school sweetheart she has here. Like, he literally is just using her, even sweeter, babe, but he's using her for that sweetness, babe. So, how she deserves better. And now we have the amazing, I just run through all these. So, the amazing new from Chicago student is working with his amazing uncle, isn't he? And his mom's keeping them together. And his amazing best friend. Yeah, that is. Yeah, that is what she told you. Oh, tell me more. You're so exotic. So they become friends, then teaches this amazing friend how to dance, and then they're able, to show the whole town how they are the safest cutting loose. There will be no accident. So they're birding, and then just so much slicker. Like, it's a good amount slicker than the original, while also keeping high school, extra. He is your high school sweetheart intact. And I love how they added on the movie theater. I'm going to the movie theater to dance, but check out my reviews forever. So it's amazing, subtle, slicker remake of how you can be safe after this terrible tragedy happened and everything. So please check it out. Yeah. Next, Charlotte's Web. Amazing book, man. No matter how it's based off the book, so not just cartoon, but amazing. This version of Saving Wilbur. So I just love how subtly we get. Only Ferdinand Wilbur, you are Wilbur, protected forever. And then Charlotte keeping extra protection of Zuckerman's famous pig. So I just love how real this version is. Like the original movie was very real too. But like you get that extra atmosphere of these are best friends in this one, like especially how Dakota, Wilbur, it's even more sentimental and sweet with brand new exuberance. Yes, he is pig. With the first flip and oink, only Zuckerman's. Unbelievable. So it's so cool. Wow, I need to watch it again. And just how subtly they just completely save everything that you remembered from the original book. I need to read it. I have it. And from the original movie, which is so much fun. I used to watch it all the time in school. So this one, I used to watch this one too. I got a bit older and watched it. So it was so fun. And just so sentimental. You first get to know, their relationship. And then, yeah, Fern and Wilbur first. And then, yeah, everyone, and then how the farm stays, and then getting to know, Charlotte and everything. It's amazing. Charlotte's Web. If you know the song. Yes, next. My Parent Trap. The Parent Trap came on birthday. I need to review it, finally. Yeah, no, I talked about it in the movies that came out of my birthday video, sure enough. It's amazing. So why is it an amazing remake? Talk about all these, right? Amazing. Yeah, just how again, just so much charm and just breeziness with finally summer camp. Okay, you fenced, you did it fair and square, you won, Annie. Who's that same? So yeah, so Holly look the exact Annie and y'all say Holly. So Holly look the exact same, switch places, and then just just the extra air of romance between what happened to the parents, like you just get it, after the opening and seeing how the chick picture was together and everything, if our picture turned apart, like you just get the atmosphere of how much they loved each other and everything from that opening. So well done. And it's one of those sweet romantic comedies, and they did a great job. And then the technology is updated. So first off, it's just so charming and sweet how they do this full switch, get their families to be a family again. Yeah, and to really show, yeah, like even more humanity and everything. Well, maybe not humanity, but just more, just more how humans make mistakes and things in the original. And I fully watched the original. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Why did you and I combined? And just this amazing reflection, all the special effects, awesome behind the scenes. So literally how, not only, already split screen together, different hair lengths, and then having body doubles, when, one is Lindsay and that cannot be Lindsay. You're looking the other way, so it looks like both of them. And when I was little, I thought it was two of them because they literally do reflections, like when they come into one of the cabins and they got glass door, so they literally put reflection on there and all the lighting and shading. And yeah, when they cut Annie's hair so that they look the exact same, how they did that reflection of the mirror. You got to see it if you have the behind the scene. I think, yeah, this is a special edition DVD to have, so please check it out because it's so charming and swelling. And yeah, never compare, but to me this has this extra air of just romance and sweetness and charm. More so than the original. Let's move on. And other Lindsay making brand new Freaky Friday. Oh, and this one, forget about the roles of women and how it's, instead of the dedicated housewife busy every day of the week, you have a dedicated Tess Coleman therapist who has to stay busy. And on top of Evan, so already, and then, instead of teenage, because, with the original, like teenagers out on the streets, it's the 70s. Yeah, street, no gangs or anything. It's not warriors, but, just kids, wanting to come home later, mom. Kids out on the street, 70s and everything. But instead, yeah, 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 rock legend. We get the big break from the garage band. They are rocking in their garage. So, instead of garage rockers, this early 2000s mood. It's so cool. So yeah, so they already updated what, kids and, what, teenagers and moms did and things. And also the relationship between them as a whole. And then, the fact that, their relationship is kind of different because they don't have yeah, that Dr. Coleman's husband is no longer, there. So sad. But amazing when only Ryan is the one to marry Ryan. It's amazing. But, of course, come on, and gotta, get used to him. Your name was Annie, yeah, Annie, right? So please get used to him. It's amazing, dude. But there's so many extra elements of, having conflict with a parent, with having a new parent, little sibling, and everything, and having this opportunity. So literally just adding on those elements from the original, which was mainly just, come home, young lady, because it was a house mom, and just a child wanting to be on the streets and then come home and stuff, and a busy husband. It's cool. Who was played by, I see Adams saying it was cool. He's played by, but just how roles switched and then keep this police car together. That didn't happen like in that original craziness. But, reflections on all of the women. Amazing best-selling novel. So, literally things are different now. For literally what women and teenagers do from what it was like in the 70s. That's so cool. Yeah, of course. No. Yeah, oldest, like literally it's so cool how when I review Scarface, like the original, and then the one that we know is the remake. So it's same thing with Angels in the Outfield. I did not see the original. But of course, I mean nothing is more, sports center swelling than these amazing, these amazing, best friends who have become their families since they live with a foster mom who's the sweetest, absolute sweetest. And what she knows, what she knows and loves about angels and everything who they are. And them, bringing the team finally out of just staying in home stadium gutter, going out, winning them again, winning games again. So it's just so fun. But how you mean, ow. And I did a movie character drawing of it. It's awesome. So how they are, staying with Owl, and the coach is staying and putting in new players. Oh, you serious? Man, he will on the bench forever, the best. But no, he's gonna play. So how they get these players to play, they usually don't. And just show that you've gotta believe. Even if the angels are there or not, you can do this. So it's cool how you get the help from the angels, but then final champion celebrate you. You did it. You won. That's so much fun. And yeah, it is a remake. I want to see the original. So yeah, it is a remake. And then Cinderella. Oh yes, 2015. This is how they should do all of the, these remakes based off of the classic movies. Yeah, out of all the studios, but especially, because literally, you know, Walt Nine Old Men, they were part of every single aspect of the stories. And so, like, it wasn't like big studio heads didn't go make this. Like, they literally did these themselves and everything. And then just where Cinderella, holds place. But I love how Ella, her amazing growing up with a mother, she's keeping that. And we find out so much more about wanting to ride his horse through everywhere, Prince, and his number one man and way, his number one his number one god, number one friend. Because yeah, it's not a man; it's only a lady anyway. So yeah, it's number one best god, best friend. Yeah, there's so much more to the prince, especially how he likes to ride around town. He likes to ride around the forest and things, and he has a best friend. And the king is actually not in the best state. But come on, you need your new princess, my son. He's queen, so to find someone, but the prince, he's still finding himself and everything, and loves going to the forest. Like I said, has a best friend who's also his guard and stuff. So it's so cool how they added so much more to everyone, because even Lady Tremaine. Oh, this will do. Like she literally is just the most. Here she's so much more rambunctious than the more so even more so the I said if she finishes all her chores on time. This lady for me, like she's a little bit more boisterous, because like we see in the beginning when she first comes into Ella and her father's life with her daughters, her stepdaughters, and everything. Well, Cinderella's stepsisters. Yeah, and she's playing a card game and stuff, and then she becomes the ruthless. Oh, you missed a spot, and then her daughter. Oh, do not practice this song. Yeah, how they practice. Oh, sing sweet. Literally, it just shocks you that whole holding when she holds that first note. Oh, sing sweet. Mon Anastasia. Do not want amnesia. Anastasia and Fantasia. Yeah, it's Fantasia, right? This is ironic because of the movies Fantasia, which are technically animated symphonies technically. And yeah, it's just adds so much more to them, and yeah, and I really like what they did with the fairy godmother and adding a little more sense. Well, change, made it even more, cool sense of humor and everything. And it was so cool. I kept everything intact. We get more of the impact that the ball has on the villagers and on them, and it's just there's so much added to it. It feels like the original with just an extra layer of reality and relatability. It's so much fun. You should see it, because I'm not going to say anything else. I won't spoil it. So now our honorable mention: the rise of started off the new Planet of the Apes. Started with Rise, remember? So, the new Planet of the Apes that started out with Rise, and then, oh my god, Full Dawn! The Battle for, excuse me, oh my gosh, shows amazing, Caesar! That you will continue to have the only fuse with Koba and stay on the right side after telling, man, the worst Malfoy, you know, Cage Rattler, remember at the end of the first movie? After you tell him, no! Say it first, but first, how this dedicated scientist, played by Franco, and his father, did so much for Caesar, his family and everything, and then just how everything, started going more for them having to survive and everything. So it's so fascinating how they're, instead of being, like an alternate, because in the original, like we think Charlton is literally, in this alternate world, we think he is, but here it's just like, this is what happened in the future. Probably, we would happen with the apes taking over and everything. Well, still end defending themselves, though. They're not trying to enslave or anything. They're just taking, and they are safe as bunkers with the brand new humans on horses, and they're getting to know and become friends. So it's just interesting how they added such a humanity, especially considering this. Added humanity to why did this happen in the future. Like, find out the end of the original, they didn't! You did it, you dirty, So here we find out, how did they do this to Earth, to the Golden Gate Bridge specifically in the first one. And I need to rewatch the second two again. I watched them. Okay, it's so cool. And I love how, especially in the second one, like, you have this whole renegade team, of survivors, and how they get to know the apes. And then of course the third one, our Shaven Harrelson, where the fair. Yeah, remember? Ooh, ooh, that monkey. Yeah, so fun. And so many more stakes as a new addition to the family is all I'm gonna say, but it's just so unforgettable. The way that they just, added so much, like I said, humanity, and just added so much more to the mythos and everything. It's so cool. It's making it so much more believable. Like what I'm saying about all these remakes is what they did and what they tweaked and what they made more subtle. See, this is how you should make. This is why you need remakes. Because you can make things more subtle. Emphasize things more, pull back on things. So that's why you should make a remake. Not just because, ooh, Back to the Future, one of the best movies. It's one of the best movies. Why would you touch Hill Valley? Why would you touch Mr. Sandman? So why would you touch that? You should touch the movies that, even if they are good, there's certain things they could, emphasize on different things. Yeah, like, then I'm saying, like, there's nothing missing, from, there's nothing missing from, Mr. From Big. Yeah, one of my favorites. There's nothing missing from Big, so why would you remake it? Unlike, even a good movie like, it's kind of hard, but you know what I mean. A good movie, even like Milo and Otis for everyone, kids. Even a good movie like Milo and Otis, you could make a remake because there's certain things you can emphasize. But if a movie is, already, incomparable and amazing, there's no reason to. But if there's things you could add on, like, I mean, like The Rocketeer is so much fun. You don't need to make a remake out of that. But, maybe miss the mark a little bit, like with the Shadow. We know it's based on pre-existing, that's true. But you know what I mean? Like, if, you could touch on more with Conan the Barbarian, then you could make a remake. But, like, if you already are, the one and only, Cobra, you don't need to remake that. So, like, if there are things that you could add to it and make it better. But, like, if it's already a masterpiece, why would you touch a masterpiece? So it makes no sense, in that respect. So check it out. So yeah, that's all of them, huh? So let me know, what are some of your favorite remakes, and what do you like in a remake? Like, emphasizing on certain characters, new things in general, and callbacks to the original, different things. So what do you like about remakes? And give me them favorite remakes. So please like, subscribe, notification bell, and let me know when all of the show ideas finally drawn and shown for the first time. Let me know what else you want me to keep doing on the channel. And these videos last infinity.